Hi, this is Brian Nelson with GetPassiveIncome.net, and this is the first video in the series of videos of our Traffic Manifesto, how to generate loads of free traffic to your website. So because this is the first video, we're going to talk about creating content, just generally creating the content that you're going to be using to drive traffic, massive traffic, to your website. So first and foremost, we're going to talk about what is your content? What are you going to generate? Well, articles are the easiest to create. A blog post, an article, something written. Um, but when you write your article, what we're going to be doing is actually transforming that into a PDF that can be set up to file share. We're going to create a video around that article. We're going to create an audio file around that article. We're going to create a press release around that article. And we're going to generate this, we're going to turn this one article, this one piece of content into something that can be used across the web to drive traffic from many, many, many different sources. So first and foremost, let's sit down and we need to write some content. Now, when you're writing your content, before you even get started, or at least before you publish, it's a good idea to look at a keyword or target a specific keyword phrase, because search engine optimization and search engine traffic is always a great source of visitors to your website. So first and foremost, determine what keyword you're going to be targeting. Optimize the content for the specific keyword. The other thing you want to keep in mind is if you want people to visit your site, you need to give something of value, and it needs to be good content. Gone are the days when you can put together something that didn't make a lot of sense, something very spammy, post it, and use the links back to your site to generate visitors. The most recent Google update is taking care of that, where good content gets visitors and bad content and content that doesn't make sense does not drive traffic. It doesn't even count in many instances. So you need to generate some good content, and I would recommend starting with the how-tos, because if you can figure out what your target niche is looking to answer and create a how-to article and then create the resources around that, then people will visit your site to learn more about their questions. So once you've created your content, and I'll show you how to do that in a second, you want to transform your content for distribution. What that means, if you started with an article or a blog post, you want to save it as a PDF. You want to use an article spinner to spin the content to make it unique, and I'll talk about that in a second. You want to reword the article so that you can use it as a press release. And then you want to record the article as a video and an audio file, because video still is one of the best sources of free traffic on the web. So let's get started. Let's assume that we've already written our article. In this instance, the article that we've written is how to generate massive Google traffic. Now, the reason I chose the word Google traffic, I didn't spend a lot of time researching this, but I just went on to Google keyword tool. And because I knew I was writing an article about traffic generation, I said traffic to your site. And if you look down this list, you can see the actual phrase Google traffic gets about 40,500 searches a month, but doesn't have a lot of competition. So I thought, well, while I'm creating this article and we're going to be syndicating across the web, might as well start with something that has a fair chance of getting ranked on a search engine. So now that we've got our article, what do we do with it? Well, first and foremost, we're going to save it as a PDF. Now, if you have a PDF writer on your Word editor, then you just click Save As and choose it as Save As PDF. If you don't, there are a number of different free resources and software programs down there that will automatically turn this into a PDF. I typically use QtFTP. I used to have a copy of Adobe, however, I don't anymore. So save it as a PDF. The next step is take your content, copy it, and paste it into an article spinner. Now, the article spinner that I recommend is Magic Article Rewriter, because it's very quick and very effective. Now, to give you a background, what an article spinner does is takes your article, takes your content, and then replaces phrases and words within the content with synonyms. And the theory behind this is that when you're submitting an article, every directory, every place you submit it, you can submit a relatively unique version of your article. and that improves your overall search ranking. It improves your overall rank, and it gives you a lot more credit for any of the links that you have across the web. But back to the statement before, whatever articles, whatever spun articles you're submitting, you want them to make sense. You want them to be logical. So we've got Magic Article Rewriter. I'm going to paste that entire article into it. And just to give you an idea of how this works, I'm just going to hit the best fit token. And what this will do is, as you can see, replace any of the phrases in there with different synonyms and different similar phrases to give you a much more unique article. So if you click Rewrite Article, this article looks similar to the original article, but is actually significantly different. And you can do that over and over and over. And what this does is allows you to generate some unique content. So now you saved your PDF, you've spun your text. What's next? Next is to essentially rewrite this article as a press release. Now this is how to generate massive Google traffic. What I would do is put the date in there, and then as opposed to how to, I would say get passive income releases new traffic generation program. We misspelled that. And rewrite it so that it'd be more appropriate to submit as a press release. Now that you've got the text in those formats, what you want to do is create your video file and your audio file. And the easiest thing to do is take the bullet points here, and if you're using PowerPoint, you can actually just paste this into PowerPoint and click, there's an automated feature that will actually turn this article into a PowerPoint presentation. And then you can simply use a recorder to record it. Another way to do this is to actually just use a recorder on your phone or a video recorder and record a 3 or 5 minute video talking about your article. The idea is just to create a video that will help drive traffic. Now, as you create the video, you want to save it also as an audio file because you could submit it as an audio file. So now what you have before you even get started is a single article that you've spun into a couple thousand different versions, saved as a PDF, so now you can use it as a file sharing site. You've created a video and you've created an audio file. So those are the basic steps before you even get started syndicating your content. Now we're going to be talking about how you can post your content across the web, both on your own web properties as well as properties across the website, across the World Wide Web, so that you can generate some massive traffic. So once again, this is the first video in our traffic manifesto of getpassiveincome.net. The next video we'll talk about using the social networks to post your content, how to post to YouTube, and then we'll go into some of the more obscure ways to generate some massive traffic. Thank you.